Yes, I would like to be invisible occasionally. Or no, I don't want to be ever invisible. Or C, D, and E, you're just undecided. What do you think? Now, you have about a half a minute to make a choice, and your time begins right now. You can choose either A, B, C, D, or E. Would you like to be invisible if you could be from time to time, or would you just rather not be invisible? You have 15 seconds left to answer, and we'll let our congregation know here in just a moment what the answer is. You have 5 seconds left, and this is actually how you voted. 119 of you voted, and 87 of you said yes, and the rest of you lied. Okay. You can see the numbers there. I would love to know what you say about me. I'd love to be invisible. You know, the little fly on the wall or whatever. Harry Potter wants to be invisible. In fact, those of you who are fans of Harry Potter know that you could read his book and you find out he puts on a cloak. It's like basically a big robe or a cloak, and when he puts it on, he becomes invisible. Well, that's not as far-fetched as you may think. And in fact, researchers have demonstrated that they're now able to use artificially engineered materials that redirect light around three-dimensional objects, making them appear to disappear. Can you imagine that? And in fact, you know who's funding this study, who's putting the major bucks into it? The United States Army. Now, this technology is brand new. It's been developed over a period of years, but it's just been tested since the first of the year in a major way. And now they have these materials that can make light bend around you instead of reflecting off of you. And so what happens is you could have a tank, and the tank is invisible. Wow, how would you like that type of warfare? Well, that's what's available now. There are these materials that you can use, and when you see something, you look at it, and light goes to that object. It's reflected off of that object back to your brain, and in milliseconds, you can see it. However, if you put certain materials around you that have been engineered, the light that goes from you to that object does not see that object because it's bent around it. The light is deflected away from it, so it literally becomes invisible. In many ways, it's just like a rock in a rushing stream. The water doesn't go through the rock. The water doesn't go over the rock. It goes around the rock. That's what these light beams do. And that's how this material makes things become invisible. Well, you've already said most of you would like to be invisible, because that's kind of common. Southwest Airlines says, let's develop a whole series of ads on becoming invisible. And that's exactly what they've done. The first one is from YouTube that I wanted to show you. It's a Wii, and this guy is going to be, I think he's playing some baseball, and this Wii is what he, well, you just look at the ad here. It's from YouTube, and it's the Wii ad. Here
Check this out. With this controller, your character will mimic your exact motions. See?
Sweet.
Now throw me a pitch, just like we're outside.
Wanna get away? Now you can.
With Southwest Airlines Internet specials, you can fly to 64 destinations nationwide for just $49 to $109. Purchased by September 20th.
And now there's another Southwest Airline ad that has to do with a guy who goes to a drive-through teller and he makes a deposit. And again, this is very short. Watch what happens in this particular case. This guy and his girlfriend want to be invisible.
I don't think you're supposed to put coins in there.
Want to get away? Now you can. Fly Southwest Airlines nonstop from Pittsburgh to Chicago Midway.
They wanted to get away. Well, we have no particular interest in Southwest Airlines, but they do make great ads. These folks wanted to get away. And now, if we can go back, well, we don't want to go all the way back there, but go to the PowerPoint. And what we'll see is that as we're talking about being visible and invisible, like right now is one of those times that I'd like to be invisible. So you see, this is all planned as part of the sermon illustration. Okay, we're going through all of that quickly. And there we go. Let's back up to there. All right, thank you. Want to be invisible? The early church wanted to be invisible. And a cave was recently discovered that it was in Jordan, and it's what's believed to be the oldest Christian church in the world. And I'm going to show a clip of this in just a few seconds. But before the clip starts, what I want to tell you about this, why this is so critically important, is because it was believed up until now, it was believed by many scholars that Christians in the first century met in homes. But this cave actually proves that there was a church in the first century, and they found on the ground of the cave, they actually found coins that were dated around 70 A.D. And they believed that the 70 disciples of Christ actually gathered in this cave. And they also believe that before the crucifixion that Christ may have gone through this area. And that's why the church was built there, because maybe Christ did a miracle there. They're not sure why that particular place was chosen, but something special happened there that they decided to build the church there. And so now we're going to see an ABC News clip from this cave. It's the first Christian church that has ever been discovered. It's the oldest Christian church that's discovered. And once we get it going, you'll see what I mean.